If you're LDS, I'm talking about the things that led me out of the church, and I want you to know because I do care, and maybe you don't want to watch. Today I want to talk a little bit about my ex. Now, as mentioned before, that I used to be in an abusive relationship, and if you've been listening from the very beginning, you'll notice that I was talking about things in a pretty set timeline, and all of a sudden I just took a left turn. And part of it is because I realized that I wasn't quite ready for it, and I wanted to, but I kind of didn't, and well, now we're here. And I was in a kind of abusive relationship where they control everything that you do, and then they start to isolate you from your family and friends and all of that. In fact, there are relationships or friendships that I lost that I still miss. And I tried to reach out, and it's a whole thing, but whatever. I was really busy all the time. I worked full time, and on top of that, I was the one who cooked. I was also the one who did the dishes. I was the one who cleaned the floors, the toilets, you name it. I did all the yard work. In fact, I messed my shoulder up a little bit more as a result for that. That's a story for another time. And I was super busy, and whenever I would speak up and say, hey, I'm too tired to do this or whatever, then my ex would just say, oh, you just don't love me, or some other manipulative thing like that, right? And then one day I realized that the church is kind of doing the same thing to me. They are keeping me really, really busy, and then trying to keep me from being able to have the time to think about or process things. And I didn't really deconstruct religion or the LDS church until after I left my ex. Then I realized that the church was doing kind of the same thing. For example, I was consistently making time to read the scriptures. I was also trying to read other church-related materials, right? I was expected to prepare lessons for my callings. And on top of that, there's like Sunday activities and other activities during the week, oftentimes, depending on the calling. And it feels a lot like the same tactics, you know? So one day I'm in sacrament meeting, and I'm realizing these similarities, and I didn't have the strength to leave my ex at that point, but I started to see that the church was doing a lot of the same things to me. And so even though I wasn't really ready to deconstruct from the LDS church, that was kind of when I decided to leave. I just wish that I had also decided to leave my ex at that point. I wasn't. Yeah.